close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. See the horizon, turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go.
Good morning, everyone, if you're on the East Coast of the U.S. like I am. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 2 Project A-Spec Live. We're in our 7th episode today. I've been up for maybe 30 minutes, so I apologize if I sound a little bit different than I usually do. Got a lot of new stuff going on with the stream stuff today. I've been working behind the scenes ever since the second iRacing stream I did, honestly, to try to make the experience more pro streamer-esque for you guys. So got a lot of cool stuff. And, of course, obviously some more gameplay of probably the most popular game I've ever done any content on, ever. So, want to thank you guys for tuning in. If you're watching this in the archive, be sure to like and subscribe for more stuff. Or if you're just watching this live and you're not subscribed to the channel. I do a lot of different racing game content here. But anyway, let me get my smartwatch on. I'm trying to clean it because it's gross. And we'll get started with today's stuff. Last time out, we did a handful of different things. I struggled with readapting to GT2's physics for the first hour and a half of it. And was too busy getting frustrated with that. And then once I did get the grips, I got the BMW V12 LMR. We wrecked house for a couple hours, and then ended off with reviving probably the most legendary car from this channel, the British Touring Car Championship Audi S4. Which, if you are a long-time viewer of this channel and remember my Gran Turismo 2 Plus Let's Play, that car became kind of infamous. In its own right. I apologize for that sound. I'm getting some tabs closed while I get situated. So yeah, alright. Let me get Duck Station opened up and get GT2 loading. I keep forgetting to update it. It's needed an update for months, and I just keep forgetting to actually do the update. Wrong folder. Maybe. Nope. That was the right folder. And there we go. I'll do a fresh boot. Alright. Hopefully that wasn't too loud for you guys. I don't know how loud that was. Should be a good time, though. So the little gray box on the right-hand side of the screen is the chat. So anytime you guys type in the chat, I don't know how long it stays there. I don't remember how I set it up. But you'll now have the chance to look at the chat live as we go along. Alright, let's get into this. I'm trying to think of what all we still have able to do. Trying to think where we should go here. I also have a question I want to pose to the viewers about the end game here. As we get towards the end of GT2 A-Spec, with that final World Championship series. This guy. So I almost feel like it would be super fun to try to beat this game with the Audi S4. That Audi S4. But at the same time, I also know it's got its weaknesses. You know, let me know if the game is too loud. Anyone in chat watching, if the game is too loud and I need to turn it down more to not overpower me. So yeah, I've got the V12 LMR, which would obviously be a powerhouse and would be more immersive, considering that the GT World Championships does utilize some, well, 90s GT1 era cars. So I could easily go into this with a V12 LMR, wreck house, and win the whole thing pretty easily. But at the same token, this Audi has become so infamous on the channel, I think it would be only bittersweet to beat A-Spec with it. However, again, it's not an A-Spec add-in car. This car was in vanilla Gran Turismo 2, so it's like, do I want to beat the game with an add-in car that they put in the game, or do I want to beat it with probably the most infamous car on the channel? So Y'all let me know what y'all want to do with that. I'll probably bring it up more as we get closer to that.
David's logo archive said hello there.
Speaking of the developers, here they are. Good to see you again, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. I did do some tweaks off camera. After the end of the last stream, when I was testing out all these relays up, I stayed up maybe about a good 2 hours after the last stream, testing like the overlays and stuff you guys see, and trying to get everything situated where it wouldn't interrupt gameplay entirely. And yeah, I think I got it down. But I did some tweaks with the S4 to try to get rid of the understeer. And I've gotten really close. It'll still do it, but it is super loose. Like, it is super chill in comparison.
David's logo archive said, I see you have returned to the root of an overpowered S4.
Correct. I got it just for memes at the end of the last stream. I was like, you know what? I think it'd be really funny to just revive the meme a little bit. As you can see, I've kind of just leaned into it a lot more. It's in the little overlay at the top of the screen, and it's in my the banner image for this channel now. That car is just infamous, and I've actually been considering buying a B5 Audi in real life. So I think it'd be kind of funny just to lean into this car as a meme on this channel, and then wind up buying a real one. Probably won't do delivery, honestly, but it is just funny to have. I'll show you guys my suspension tuning I've done with this car and the diff tuning. I tried to really figure out diff. And let's take a look at what we still have left to do. I haven't touched...
David's logo archive said, where Transit GTWC run.
I keep forgetting the Transit. The XJ220 Transit. I need to get that. I think I have the cash. I don't know why I did that when I could have easily just hit the freaking, I guess in this case, Y button to play on an Xbox controller. Wrong one. Wrong city. Where is Jaguar? There it is. Wrong one. You think by now the amount of time I've put into both this and GT2 Plus, I would remember where everything is.
David's logo archive said, yet it's like 500k.
Which came first, the XJR15 or the XJ220? I thought the 15 came after. There it is. 1 mil. You know what? I'm at that point in the game where I'll make money really fast, so why not? The developers have spoken. This is a really good sleeper, so let's try this thing out. So if you're unfamiliar with the lore behind the Transit in A-Spec, it is not your ordinary Transit. The Ford Transit, apparently, according to Computer, as he told me a few streams ago, was used as a test bed.
Archive said the XJR15 came out slightly later.
Okay, I kind of figured. The Transit in the game is based on the test bed of the XJ220's powertrain.
David's logo archive said you can tune it to like 900 SMTH HP.
So I think I might keep this one kind of chill, just because I'm going to need a little bit of a mid-power car. And the Audi is overkill at this point. It's in the 600s. And obviously the V12 LMR is ridiculous in its own right, just for some of these national events. Which, do I really want to start tackling those today? Like, proper? So midfield, I can run that. I think at the IA level, I can run the V12 LMR. I can run it for both, actually. But I think I'll probably use it for the midfield event. Presuming that's more than likely just be modified road cars and GT cars.
Logo archive said you said mid-power. Caterham.
That is true. The Caterham is still pretty good. But I think at 591, that level, I think it's just a touch beyond the Caterham's skill set. Let's go back and just see tuning-wise. 591 seems to be kind of a sweet spot, so I'm going to try to get this car right around 591 and just kind of leave it there. I think stage 1 turbo would get pretty close to that, or did it crack 600s? It did crack 600s. Intercooler maybe? Nope, no intercoolers. I can only imagine that thing on full kill would be absurd. Okay, no exhausts. I think that's probably the only upgrade we can do, if I had to guess, other than basic. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume that's that. We'll put some brakes on it. I don't have a whole lot of cash to spend now. Oh, don't need to do brakes. Okay. Alright, suspension. Anything here? Okay, I'm presuming it comes in customizable suspension, which thank you. Saves me money and time. And we are definitely going to need... Oh, it's already gone all the tires. Okay. Alright. Just out of curiosity, do we have an RM? It does not. That would have been ridiculous. Like the Transit Super Van or whatever. I don't know if that existed back then. I know it existed after the fact. Like I think the following generation Transit. Alright, so this car I'm probably going to utilize for at least 591 horsepower events. It's not far off. So let's go check this thing out. Let's go see what we can do at midfield. Then after this, we'll switch over to the V12 LMR for the other one, and then 147 horsepower. I'm probably going to have to get something more tame. I think the Caterham does break that, but why not? All right, let's get racing, boys and girls. To be honest, I don't know how long we're going to be able to stream today because we're supposed to get some really nasty storms here in about an hour and a half or so. So, hope you guys don't blame me if I have to cut this off early. Oh, I can't see. Bumper cam it is.
David's logo archive. Said 542 HP and lots of weight. This thing rules.
The hand is a lot better than I thought it would. Yeah, typically would not use bumper cam, but I physically cannot see around this thing. Sebring? Question mark? End of the lead. I probably won't have it very long. That TRD Supra is very fast. That is the one disadvantage. This thing is just a tad behind these two in the straightaways. What's this behind me? Mine's GTR. Okay, yeah, this thing is very slow in the straights in comparison. But I seem to be able to make that up in the corners with this thing. It's just difficult because the front half of midfield is very much a almost 100% full throttle track.
David's logo archive. Said Turd Soup vs Evil Van.
I will say this thing is actually like incredible handling wise, way better than I expected it to be. See, I can nail these guys in the corners. I cannot make anything happen on the straights though. Oh, big upsetting.
David's logo archive. Said yet it's a better car on the corners than the straights.
Alright, we got a couple more laps. I'm going to see if I can build enough here. I don't think I can, unless I'm just being that guy and just blocking everybody, but they're all so fast, I can't just do that. A little bit of late braking on the power early.
Said the very high drag coefficient of 0.4 definitely makes this thing hard to accelerate.
Yeah. It is literally a brick. But I'm just imagining it like this. If these drivers had feelings, if they weren't just AI, the shell shock they would have about a transit van giving their like hopped up Supras and GTRs a run for their money on a racetrack. It gives me flashbacks to that episode of the Grand Tour where they raced the Patrol in Dubai against the 918, and the Patrol like completely dogged all over them, all over the 918. Oh, not enough risk there. Tried to go for the Daniel Ricciardo maneuver, and it did not pay off. Yeah, these guys definitely can't corner like I can. Alright, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to try to block the TRD Supra here. I got the mines threatening on the other side. I'm going to let him by because I'm just going to get right back around him in the corner anyway. Definitely a good car, but I think for a track like this, it is definitely out of its element. I think I would need something a bit twistier. Because the very fast nature of this track and how much you're on full throttle is definitely not this thing's strong suit. A little bit of a bump drop there, unintentional. Alright, I need to make a move right here. I don't think it's going to stick. Alright, time to play crazy defense. No! Gosh dang it. Oh, that's lame. I had that too. That sucks. That's sad. I almost had that too. That bums me out a little bit. I was fighting. Yeah, I think this car might be a touch out of its element, considering it just like computer was saying. There's the drag coefficient of this thing is terrible for racing in a fast track.
Said the brick didn't conquer to race.
Yeah, the brick did not conquer that one. I think if we find, I wish.
Logo archive. Said I want to see the replay.
Yeah, I wish I'd kept the replay going.
Logo archive. Said replay asterisk.
I was trying to change cameras. I guess you can't do that in replay. Let's see. What's a track this car could be a bit more competitive at that's not quite so full throttle? That one definitely not. Shaw Mountain not at all. TD Road maybe, but that 690 is well beyond the Transit van's capability. But that track's also kind of fast at the same time. I feel like you spend a lot of time full throttle there. Rome. Oh, wow. Okay, they changed that to Rome Night. That's cool. Let's see. Deep Forest. We can't even race in that. Okay, well, I think we're kind of low on events I can actually participate in this thing. Free. That's going to be brutal. At the same time, though, free I don't think typically means 800 plus horsepower cars. So I don't know. I think that might be a little bit risky.
David's logo archive. Said
see how many.
Bro, this thing can make like 900 HP with a tune.
Let's bump it up.
David's logo archive. Said it will definitely improve it.
I think worst case scenario, I can take the turbos off. Because I think I can do that. That's muscle memory. Muscle memory. Because I do think this thing will be pretty slick to be given the power it needs to completely crush these events. I think we'll run. Let's see. Okay, so stage 2 will definitely break the 690 mark. We'll go ahead and throw the stage 1 kit on. And then I'll buy the stage 4 kit. So we'll just completely crush everybody. should be good now. We'll try a couple of the free runs. Let's do Laguna. I think this car would be right in its element at Laguna. Laguna is a pretty technical track, and the straight is very short at Laguna. I say short. It's not really that short. The home straight's pretty lengthy, but we should be good now. I'm going to assume it's got the stage 4 on it. I didn't check. Let's see, is this my rolling start?
Archive. Set is nice.
No rolling start. Okay, so we got some pretty crazy cars out here. Alright, come on, transit van.
David's logo archive. Said now time to kick the asses of them dumb AIs.
For real. Alright, is the Shelby going to go flying off in turn 1? Oh no, apparently it's me that's going to go flying off in turn 1 almost. Once again, I'm using bumper cam, which I don't typically do with these streams because I physically cannot see around this thing. So far, we're not off to a good start. These race cars are definitely faster than me. I need that 900 horsepower to kick in, but even then, it is still lagging behind somewhat. Gonna understeer off the track a little bit there. Luckily, gravel does not slow you down in this game. Oh, the air. Whee! It's one way to overtake, I guess. I mean, we're hanging up with them at least. We're not getting completely walked, but... Okay, they are beating me up. Muscle memory going into second at the exit of that corner got me there. I immediately shifted into second, knowing dang well that's not how this game works. Extremely late in the turn 1, and it paid off. Gonna kind of cut that saline off. It's still gonna get around me. Got the Corvette coming in behind me. Lift a little bit as we head up to the hill. Try not to get so much air this time going into the corkscrew. Pulling out all the stops that I can. Apparently the stops weren't good enough because that was straight up gravel. Okay, I'm getting beat up back here every time I go into that corner. I just know I'm going into the corner that slow. I've been rammed by the AI every time I go into that corner. Oh, I may have played a little bit too much there. I really tried to pull a really good late break on that turn 1 there, and that thing it bit me. We bled off way too much speed. Okay, yeah, we are dead last. Time to be cheeky. Oh, never mind. Bad idea. Okay, the saline is gone. Okay, I'm gone. What is happening here? Okay, we're not in a good spot. Two laps to go. I think the Transit, as cool as it is, I either can't master this car or it's just flat out of its element against full-blown race cars. It's not over yet, though. starting to reel them in a little bit here. It's definitely got the horsepower. Okay, that corner is proving to be really difficult. Absolutely. Oh my goodness, did y'all see that in the rearview mirror? Whatever that purple and orange car is just did a full 360 in the air. That is wild. All right, we got one more lap. We have somehow snatched the lead. I have no clue how I managed it, but I need like a textbook lap right here. Oh my goodness, that couldn't have gone worse. Oh, the purple orange car is just getting tossed around back there. Yep, okay. I think we're going to have to replay our strategy here. The Transit, I don't know if it's me or if it's the car. It's just, I can't nail this thing, man. But in its defense, I mean, these are full-blown race cars. So am I able to, like, turn the UI off? There we go. It does look real stupid, though. It looks so out of place. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got the pace. It's just not very quick in corner. I mean, it's quick in corners. That's where it seems to be its best. But that drag coefficient, I think, is really limiting it, even at 900 horsepower. Holy air, that was crazy. All right, we're going to have to rethink our strat here a little bit. Unfortunately, the Transit van is getting dogged pretty bad. Alright, let's see. Do we go with the S4 or do we go with the V12 LMR? I'd love to give the S4 a little bit more free time, like more camera time, but I think might have to limit it to like the 690 races or something like that, because that car, I feel like, I don't think it would do well against cars like that. How much power does the Audi make? 601. Okay, so for some of these like 690 races, I could see it being pretty useful. I think for like the free regs, we might have to just go with the V12 LMR just because. I mean, it's just probably gonna be best case scenario, honestly. All right, let's rerun that race with the V12 LMR. We'll probably win this one this time, but you know, it is what it is. Hey, we couldn't do it with the Transit though. I wanted to give the Transit a good light, but unfortunately, my driving style just doesn't play with it, I guess. and the drag coefficient of a brick. Oh, the GT40's here. I saw it. I'm going to go back to using the chase cam. I'm coming to get you, GT40. Much better to drive, honestly. Turned way too late. If I can't take this flat out, I'd be genuinely surprised. Oh, I'm all over the road now. Okay, not the best start, but we're making moves. I remember from last time how oversteery this thing is in second gear. Much better turn that time. Turned in late on that one though. The Shelby's off. I saw that very briefly. The corkscrew takes no prisoners with these AI in GT2. This thing is a treat. Probably one of my favorite cars in this game, honestly, to drive. Oh my goodness, that was a little bit of a too uncomfortable of a twitch heading down into the corkscrew. All right, lap 4. 2 laps to go. I will say the transit's actually really fun. It just, I think, for motorsport, it's kind of out of its element a little bit. The drag coefficient is really holding it back. Alright, flat out, turn in early. Thankfully, this is before the sausage curb was there. If you've played any modern racing game with Laguna Seca in it, you know what I'm talking about. Wrong button. That was textbook. Goodness, that was great. Final lap. We're cruising now. There we go. That was perfect. Let's see if I can absolutely butcher it here in the corkscrew. And I did. Oh, man. And a bad one at that, of course, on the last lap. That couldn't have been at a worse time. Yikes. And this is the corner that I've struggled with all day long. Well, that's great. On the last lap, too. That couldn't have been any worse of a time, honestly. Let's do a different race for now. I don't want to spend the whole stream redoing that race over and over again. Let's go back to midfield for the 690 race. Should have a much easier time with that. Thankfully, it's also a track I'm very familiar with. Do you like GTC 300 cars? I feel like I'm seeing GT 300 stuff. Okay. Absolutely awful start. This thing is just all over the road right now. Very unusual because it's not been like that. So like, I am struggling to keep this thing straight. What is going on with this thing? What is going on with this car? I was not struggling this much with this thing before. A bit of stutter in the game there. That was interesting. Keep it in third, see if that helps a little bit with the spin we had there. Alright, on the straight. Let this V12 breathe a little bit. Having to have so much counter steer through that sector. Alright, on to the home straight one more time. We got 2 more laps to go. Bit of a rough start, but we have now pulled away. Built quite a bit of a gap as well. I have to really watch it through this corner. That first right-hander really upsets this car for some reason. So I'm just going to have to be wary of that as we go. Alright, and this long left-hand sweeper. Okay, or in the gravel. I cannot seem to get this car back on track. Alright, on the little secondary straight here, we do have the power to kind of keep away from these guys, but for some reason this track is just really making this car unhappy. I'm having to introduce a lot more counter steer than I've had to with this car before. I don't know if it's the undulations in the track, but it's really struggling to stay where it should be. I'm going to be a lot more conscious than I would like. But, finally, back on top. First time today. Only a 1.3 second gap to the 2 Raybrick NSXs up top. Would definitely have liked to have been a little bit further ahead of that, but that track just was really making that car upset. Honestly, don't know why. Oh, we got a prize car. Cool. Let's see what we got. I'm trying to think what the shortest endurance race in this game is. You could probably go back and run the crap. I hit the freaking Xbox button again. 1 second, guys. Sorry. There we go. I wouldn't mind doing that today. The Chaser Super Silhouette. That's pretty cool. I feel like that's an add-in. I don't feel like that was in the original game. That's pretty cool. 3 to 95 horsepower, though. A little bit less power than I anticipated. Let's see, do they have... What kind of... It's a V6. Okay, it's not a 2JZ like I kind of expected. Excuse me. Let's go back and handle that other midfield race. 590, the one that the Transit fumbled on. Should have a much easier time than this with the 600 than the 690 race. Alright. So, pretty much same grid as before, I believe. Is that a ZZ2 in front of me? Alright. This race is only 4 laps, thankfully. Let's say I wish I could have brought the S4 out for this, but I forgot the S4 is 608 or whatever. It's crazy the Audi. Okay. Seriously? I have generally no idea what I'm doing wrong with this car. It's becoming an oversteery mess out in this track. Oh my goodness, what is... I don't know what's going on with this car. It's just all over the place right now here. It's not been like this on any other track I've driven on. Oh my goodness, man. I should be freaking miles ahead of these guys, but this thing is just becoming really unnecessarily difficult to drive. See, it's like snapping around all over the place and then it understeers out of nowhere. Like, I genuinely don't know why this car is acting up. I haven't had any issues with this car until today. Alright. That lap was definitely better. Okay, let's see. I'm going to look up real fast what the shortest endurance race in this game is. I think that would be rather nice to do an endurance race. It's been a while. I should save. feeling it would be Apricot Hill. Might be the shortest endurance race. Seattle, I know, would be. I feel like I've done that one before, like in GT3, and it's about the same. What's it in Gran Turismo 3? It's the same race. That one takes about an hour. At least it did when I played through it on Gran Turismo 3. It might be shorter this go around. Well, I'm going to do that. We'll target that next. I do want to go on their site and see what prize cars are available in that race. So give me a moment while I do that. I don't remember what all are the F1 cars in this game. What's this one? Okay, I know what that is. Benetton is the 2-hour endurance. What's this? That's a prototype. Okay, we'll see that one for a minute. Okay, we'll see that one. I know this one is definitely not what the event I'll be doing. Okay, won't be seeing that one here. Okay, apparently that specific endurance race doesn't have any prize cars I'd be interested in targeting. That's unfortunate. Let's see, what were the other two? Okay, that was the Minardi, I think. Available at the Ford dealership. Let's see how much that costs, because I might make some room in the garage. Wrong one. It's not terribly expensive. I thought so. I don't even know if I have 4 million credits in cars in the garage. Okay, well we have this. No problem with that. With the F40, only 112K. the Mercedes we raced last time out. I mean, I'm probably never going to use this car again, honestly. The BMW should be worth a good bit of money. Only 500K. $250 for the Nissan. That should bump us over our first mil. The Transit. It's for 250K. I'll make some room in the garage. I'm going to try to see if I can get my money up to possibly get the minority F1 car. Let's sell the Toyota Chaser. I don't even think we're going to crack 2 million, honestly. What is this? The HSR. Is it a Honda or a Mitsubishi? I think it's Mitsubishi. I think that was our last prize car we just got. So yeah, we're not even at 2 mil. Wow, that EB7's worthless. Okay. I think that's about as good as we're going to get for right now. I'm trying to remember which race we did last time out to get the Cerbera, the Speed 12. Because if I can get a couple of those, that'd be great. I mean, I'm getting decent loads of credits every time I sell one of these cars. So, I mean, we might be able to get pretty close to that 4 million mark. I'm not selling the Quattro. That car is staying here. I love that thing. See, I'm like hesitant to sell all of my GT500 cars because I feel like there's still something for them to do, but I could be absolutely wrong. I feel like it was a GT All-Stars race. They got the Cerbera, if I remember right. Time to do some more Googling. Okay, it's the Red Rock Valley race at the GT All-Stars. Is where that car is. So let's do that again. We'll just run this back. We'll grind a little bit. We'll try to get the minority. And we should just have no issues the rest of the time we ever play this game. Honestly, at that point, F1 car. Minority, I know, is like a very mid F1 car, but it's better than no F1 car. Oh, forgot about the rolling start. The rolling starts in this game are just brutal because it's just like black screen and then you're racing. There's no build up, there's no timer, there's no countdown. You're just green flag immediately. Is that a Del Sol? That is a Del Sol. I've driven one of those. One of my closest friends had a Del Sol for a while. Honestly, like one of the most fun cars I've ever driven. Slow as dirt. So fun. I didn't really get the craze of old Hondas until I drove that car. I was like, oh, it's just a Civic. Okay, this thing is really getting on my nerves now. Because it's never been like this, and then all of a sudden it will spin out for no reason. This is exactly why I'm looking to replace it. See, like, what does the game want me to do? Coast? See, I genuinely don't know what to do here. Why is this car being so bad? I physically cannot keep this thing on the road. Okay, I'm actually getting really frustrated right now because I don't know why this car has just turned into a complete disaster to drive. It was so good last time out. I had no issues with this car during the last stream. And then I jump into this one and I can't even drive the dang thing. Like, goodness. I hate to say it, I'm going to have to bring out the Audi now because at least I can drive it. As annoying as that understeer is, and as much as I've tuned it out, I can actually drive the dang thing. Like, it doesn't completely come unglued if you breathe funny. Like, I have zero clue why that car is being like that, but it's incredibly frustrating. I should not have to bring out a modified street car to do an LMP's job. Like, that's just, it blows my mind. That's why the sooner I can get into one of the F1 cars, the better. Because I feel like, I'm sure it'll probably be really touchy on throttle. But at least it'll be drivable. And now the S4 is too slow. Come on, why? There's no way I should be struggling this much. Okay, I physically am just getting mad at this point. The BMW is just impossible to drive. The Audi's understeering too much and it just isn't competitive horsepower-wise. I genuinely don't know what else to do right now. Because the one car I should have no problem driving is a complete disaster right now. And I really don't know why that's the case. Let's find a different race to do. As much as I need credits and I'm trying to earn them fast, I physically am just getting too mad. Oh boy. Sorry I've gotten so quiet. I'm just frustrated and I'm trying to just lock in. Because I genuinely, like, don't know where all of the prowess this car had last stream went within just a couple-day period in a game that doesn't get over-the-air updates like that, like GT7 does, where they freaking nuke half the Group 3 cars. Okay. Oh, man. Turn that in way too late. Oh, big spin back there. Looks like a Dodge Viper. Final lap. This thing has been so inconsistent today, and that has been probably the biggest killer of this car for me lately. As of late today, I guess. It's just all over the road, and unless I drive it well below what I know it's capable of, it's just gonna be impossible to drive. So let's say the sooner I can get into the Formula 1 cars, the better. I feel like, judging by, more likely they'll still be pretty rough on corner exits, especially these lower speed corners like the corkscrew. At least I'll be able to drive them with a lot more aggression. Well, for only the second time today, we have a race win. An under a second gap to that Saline SR. It's pretty freaking mental, honestly. But yeah, we'll get that cash. $7 grand, probably get a prize car. We do. I don't know what it is, but as long as it's something nice, that'd be kind of good. That's probably about to keep the stream going for me another hour or so. We're supposed to get some bad storms here in a little bit, and I need to make preparations in case we lose power. We lose power really easy here. So, it's supposed to get pretty ugly. See what we got. We got the Camaro LM edition. It's only worth 250k anyway, but I don't really have a need for it. Alright. I guess let's make another attempt at that grind. Because I mean, Nationals, I mean, we're running out of things to do. For now, like... I don't know, maybe we can do this one. We're not entirely out of events. And luckily these higher power limits, they don't pay a lot on their own. But they also do give some pretty good prize cards to make up for it, so. 5 laps TD Road. This shouldn't be a very long race at least. It looks like the grid is mostly just freaking hatchbacks. This track, thankfully, isn't quite as bumpy. So it shouldn't be quite as brutal on me as a driver. Yeah, we're just absolutely running away with this one. As simple as this track is, it'd be kind of cool to have it come back. Okay. Kind of just ping-ponging everywhere up the walls. Pinball. Into the bit of a hairpin here. Try to get on throttle early. And try not to spin again up here. Actually hit the brakes somewhat. Still not quite enough. But a much better lap this go around. Alright, down into the hairpin. That's what looks like a church. We are absolutely gone. Alright, entering lap 4. We got 2 laps to go. Fairly short laps, sub 1 minute laps. And we've built up a massive gap. Seeing the grid, I kind of expected this to be the case, but I think I can give the car some credit because it's not like we've only had one major incident so far this race. Of course, this car could easily change that, and you know, I'd be very quickly in the wall. One more lap to go. We are vastly ahead of our opponents here. This is definitely a morale booster that I needed after how hard those midfield races were and the just loss of control this car was giving me. But considering the grid, I kind of expected it. Pretty bad switch there from the car. Alright, got the hairpin. A lot of air there. Didn't spin out the car at least. And pure dominance in that race. That was brutal. Oh boy, my back. 10-second gap, exactly what we needed there. Man, I'm struggling to get awake this morning. Alright, we should get a prize car on that. If I had to guess, it'd probably be a car on the grid that we saw. I'm gonna go ahead and save. It's been a minute since I last saved. Getting close to the end game here, guys. We've only got, you know, just to clear through the Nationals, and we'll unlock the Euro and Pacific Leagues. And then, you know, we'll be at the end of the game. I do think with all the extra content this game has, and of course the fact that Computer and the team are still putting out updates, we'll probably still be doing plenty of stuff with this game in the future, but I think finishing the campaign is kind of a main goal, and then we'll start branching out back into like Gran Turismo 3 and 5 and working on those some more. Especially now that whatchamacallit, RPCS3 is getting updates to you know, improve compatibility. Alright, we got the BX 4x4 Super Turismo. Only 125 grand, and this thing's probably useless to me. Like, it's cool. It's very, it's not DTM, but very cool little touring car, but when am I ever going to use it, honestly? Thankfully, the advantage is the majority of these prize cars, I can just go back and win it anytime. So, at least there's that. Let's see, Italian Nationals, 680 at Rome Night. That's brutal. UK Nationals, we have a free run at Trial Mountain, a 690 run at Trial Mountain. So I'm halfway tempted not to even try that Trial Mountain race until after we have the F1 car we need, because that's going to be brutal with the V12 LMR. That's all the Nationals events right there. The Euro League, I think we'll need to you'll have to win all the Nationals. Excuse me. Don't have a whole lot of races still to go. I guess let's try for that grind race again at Red Rock. See if we can get some more cash in and get that TVR again and sell it off and, you know, make some profit. Come on, seriously? Oh my goodness, you've got to be kidding me. This is going to be a long race. How did I do so well last time? Because I know we just did this race on the last stream. I don't know how in the world I managed that so easily. Goodness. Sorry I've gone quiet again. I'm just locked in right now. As much as I can be, at least. I'm too scared to give it throttle now. Come on. Oh, come on. That is incredibly frustrating. All right, one more lap. That was probably one of the best laps I could probably manage in this car. Alright, that is the grind race done. Should get some good cash out of that. Man. I know I've been yawning a lot this stream, guys. I am sorry. I am Very tired. I helped a buddy move yesterday, one of my very good friends move yesterday, and that just exhausted me, and it didn't help that I didn't get like the full 8 hours of sleep last night. So I am like on the struggle bus this morning. Like, would be a good morning for some coffee, but I don't drink regular coffee. So I would have to order it or go out, and I don't feel like doing that when we're looking at some pretty nasty weather here in a bit. Let's see, did it still give that prize car? Okay, it did. I don't remember seeing the whatchamacallit, the little notification. Alright, up to 32.89. See if there's any cars we can sell for some quick cash. It'll get us close to that 4 mil. I am not opposed to selling the BMW, honestly, because I can easily go get another one if I feel the need to. So I can sell the Dome NSX for 250, and that would put me within the 500,000 mark to get to 4 million. So I can sell the BMW now. We'll have more than enough money to buy an F1 car. The question is, do we do the Prost or the Minardi? I assume they're the same cost. It is crazy. 4 million credits is not easy to save up, so they definitely make you work for it. The Prost is in the Peugeot dealer, which I assume would be in West City. See if there's any like actual difference in the specs, maybe. So 752 horsepower. Yarno Truly, one of my favorite like 90s era drivers, honestly. This is the V10, 752 horsepower. So 752 horsepower and 1,300 pounds. Whereas the, I went to the wrong one again, didn't I? Yeah. The Minardi, which is in the Ford dealer. I'm leaning towards the Prost, honestly. $736, $1,322. I feel like, what? Let me rewind this. Okay, so the Prost is faster. Prost has more power. That's fine. I kind of wanted that one more anyway. I was just going to pick whichever one was faster. And I went to the wrong city again. Just want to see, I assume the Ferrari F3 or F399, I think it is the fastest F1 car from in this game. I just want to see if it's in the dealership at all anyway, so I can see just like specs. Because I know it's not for sale. I'm gonna tell. Okay, it's not even in the dealership. All right, we're gonna get the Prost. Now that we have enough credits for it. This better pay off because I sold everything to get this dang car. I'm down to 39 grand. I really hope this pays off because, I mean, I sold the V12 LMR. I sold so many cars, which, I mean, again, most of them I don't drive anyway. So that I had something that would be able to crush a lot of these races. Right, it has all the tires already. Let's see, I'm going to highly doubt it. Is there any tuning that can be done? Like, crack 1,000 horsepower or something like that. Does not appear so. Okay. Sad part is this car makes so much power I don't even know what it'd be useful for anyway. Let's see. The UK Nationals had a free. Yep, that's it. That's what we'll use it for now. We should probably get a pretty decent race car out of this to replace the BMW. If not, we'll just go run the German Nationals again. Let's see what this said. See what the Prost F1 car can do. Okay, we're all over the place, and if anything, it's actually harder to drive than the BMW. Okay. Come on, downshift. Might have to resort to some cheap strats here. Seriously, this is a complete travesty. Okay, we're just gonna have to restart because I mean, there's no way I can make up that ground, especially because this car is borderline worse than the BMW that I bought for it to replace. Like, I physically cannot control this thing. I'm gonna doubt it. Is there a way I can put traction control on this? Maybe that'll help. I have a feeling this is going to be locked out for this car, but I could really use it. Okay, there is, but I don't have enough credits for it. That'd be a huge help with this thing, honestly. It wouldn't be an issue if I could easily modulate the throttle, but this game doesn't have that functionality. So, I'm going to find something that's worth 50K. Or less. The Mons GTR will have to go. As much as I like this car, I just need cash to be able to control this thing. This has been a very frustrating stream, and I apologize. I know my attitude has not been what I'd like for it to be, but I don't enjoy not being able to drive. And, like, you know, it's just not been fun for me. I'm going to go ahead and get both, the ASC and traction control. I know there'll probably be plenty of people being like, oh, you're driving with assists on, but cut me some slack. I can't drive like I would on a modern game with a wheel. I've gotten really good with F1 cars and like Indy cars and iRacing. Like, cut me some slack. I'm on a controller in a game that didn't support force feedback wheels. And there's no throttle modulation with the freaking cross button. Like, it's just not how that works. Probably also have to put the right tire on. Okay, we should have a pretty good recipe for success now. Alright, take two. Hopefully now with some success. It's like it's not even working. My freaking goodness. I really don't know. I've bought assists, and the assists just don't work. I don't know, I'm just going to crank this thing up all the way. It's going to cut so much power out of this car, but I genuinely don't know what else I can do to keep this car under control. Like, I genuinely don't know. These cars don't take undulations well in the track, which Trial Mountain has plenty of. Oh, my goodness. The car is still getting skatey. It's like the assists just don't work. You know what? I'm so about to just quit. I just genuinely, I'm getting so frustrated. And I sold all of my garage to buy this car. I bought the assist. I spent $100 grand on assists, and I still cannot get this car to not spin out. I genuinely am at a loss of what to do, because I physically cannot get this car to drive straight. Like, I'm having a harder time with this than I've ever had with this game. I genuinely am at a loss. But that's a race I need to get done to progress. I'm going to take a break from road racing for now. I'm getting too mad and I can't figure this out. So I'm going to do some rally to try to calm down. At least the ghosts, the AI works in this game of rally. That was easy. Alright, we got a prize card. Let's see what we got. Got the Impreza. It's a solid car. I might hang on to it just for now. Let's keep going rally. Maybe we can try to like get close to completing like the rally league or something today. I really hate that I'm struggling so much and I got so frustrated. It's just, I mean, I can't help it when I physically cannot get these road cars to stay on the road. Like the BMW was really giving me trouble. And I'm kind of having buyer's remorse with the Prost. Why am I understeering on dirt? Bruh. Let's go for the hardest one. Run off rip. Rally isn't my strong suit, but you know, we'll give it a try. Alright, battling the Suzuki Escudo on Pikes Peak. I imagine this is going to be extremely difficult. If not borderline impossible with the Quattro. Yeah, I think it's a lost cause already, honestly. There's no way. The thing is just way too fast. I'm gonna change cars. I don't really have time to do an endurance race today. Now that I've gotten this far in, I'd really like to figure one of these races out, but unfortunately, Trial Mountains is not going to be a good race for this car. I'll try again, but I genuinely don't really know what to do here. Let's see if I can max the air out, see if that'll just keep it stuck to the road. If that will help. We'll see what that does. I'd really like to get this car like mastered, because if I can get this thing to be as best as it can, it'll be my breadwinner. And immediately, oh my gosh. And I don't think I really have a way to go get another V12 LMR easily. This car's impossible. I just want to look. I don't even know if it'll let me look at it, but what's in this F1 championship? Because thankfully, I mean, Trial Mountain's not on it, because it would be borderline impossible with that. There's something about Trial Mountain that car just cannot handle. I really don't know what to do, because I don't really have an easy way to go get the money to get another one. Like get another V12 LMR or something like that. I might have to just save up and try for a different car. I feel like I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to try to grind the TVR again. I mean, the BMW was difficult to drive here. I can only imagine this will be just as bad, if not worse. I can't even get a lap of Trial Mountain in this thing. I had my foot completely off the throttle. I think the only recourse is to sell the Prost and buy something else, because I physically can't make any use of it. I can't drive it. Not at this point in the game. So, as dumb as I feel right now for selling my entire garage, selling the BMW, and I'm only getting a quarter of what I paid for the car back, like, I need to find like the absolute best car in this game. Because, like, I genuinely don't know what to do. I'm beyond irritated. I spent all that time working to buy the Prost thinking it was going to be an upgrade, and then it turned out to be a downgrade. Ah, of course. I hate when I do that. I'm going to try the GT1. I think, from what I was reading, this is a really solid car to use. If not one of the best in the game. So, I'm going to run that. Probably throw some tires on it. Call it a day. Hoping this will at least be drivable. Thankfully, it comes with everything. Let's see. I'm just curious if this thing can be absolutely shot through the sky, and it can. Just for fun, we'll do it. I feel like it's going to make this thing ridiculous. But luckily, this car I can turn down back to its original 591 or 580, whatever it was, and actually make use of it in the majority of these races. I just realized I didn't put the tires on. I'm not running this on normal tires as a death wish. I'm assuming this will be a more drivable version of the F1 car. Alright. Now we should be good. What is happening over here? The AI is like all over the place. Why can't I drive? I had a feeling that was about to happen. So frustrating. Well, at least it's not an oversteery mess. But it is incredibly understeery. Okay. I don't think this game really utilizes slipstream. That appeared to be a TVR Speed 12 race car. We just passed. We'll say this is a much better car than any of the race cars I've driven in this series so far, which is a shame. It meshes much better with me. The understeer is a little bit of an issue, but in terms of not just being all over the road with oversteer, I'm much happier with this than I was with the LMR. So I can actually drive this thing for the most part. Alright, one more lap to go. Why is it always on the last lap that this happens? Seriously, on the last freaking lap. This is ridiculous, guys. I'm at a loss. It's just typical at this point. My whole experience with this game has been last lap crashes that have decided the race and needing an absurd amount of luck to bring it back. not what I needed right here. Come on. That... I freaking cannot with this game today, dude. That was literally the best run I've had in this race. And then the car spins out in the last lap, goes in the wall, and I can't bring it back. I really just am lost. But I've run out of time. I hate that this stream has turned into me just being angry at this game. But, I mean, I physically can't. I sold my entire garage. I sold the LMRs. I bought a Prost, crashed it, couldn't drive it, sold it, bought the Toyota. At least have decent luck with the Toyota. It's understeery as crap, but at least I can drive the thing. And then luck just strikes me on the last lap again. But I'm out of time. I'm hungry. I'm going to go eat. That's probably why I'm so mad, honestly. I'm just hungry, but I just want to thank you guys for tuning in anyway. I know this has been an absolute cluster of a live stream, but next time out, probably not going to play A-Spec again next stream. Probably going to play some different. Because I'm getting really frustrated with this game, and I know it's not the developer's fault. It's not the team's fault for this game. It's GT2 as a whole. This game gave me grief when I played through Plus. This is just a rerun of that, especially at this point in this game. But thank you.